One of the most striking aspects of the ceasefire deal, intended to end the 2-year war in Gaza, is the central role of U.S. President Donald Trump. While success often has many parents in politics, the article suggests there is only one parent when Trump is involved. A diplomat emphasized that once Trump decides to do something, he is like a juggernaut and really did put pressure on the Israelis. The turning point was a side meeting chaired by Trump at the UN General Assembly in New York, which he described as his most important meeting at the UN. There, he first outlined his 20-point peace plan. The process was accelerated by Trump's willingness to change his mind on 2 critical issues, with the help of Jared Kushner and former UK Prime Minister Tony Blair. First, he dropped his rhetoric of displacement, adopting the stance that Palestinians should not be driven from Gaza, and Israel should not rule the territory. In short, Gaza should be for Gazans. Second, he was persuaded that a day-after plan for Gaza's future was not a complication, but a precondition for success. This was based on the logic that Hamas wouldn't give up unless Israel left, and Israel wouldn't leave unless it knew Hamas would be out of government, making the question of who governs Gaza essential to ending the conflict. Trump's attitude toward Israel soured after Netanyahu's unilateral decision to bomb Doha in the hope of wiping out Hamas negotiators, a move about which Trump had not been consulted. As a result, Netanyahu was ordered to apologize and promised to respect Qatar's sovereignty in the future. Furthermore, to fully repair relations with Qatar, Trump issued an extraordinary executive order stating that any future attack on the emirate would be treated as an attack on the U.S. These actions signaled that the U.S. leader was willing to push the Israeli government hard. Arab states deliberately aimed to personally bind Trump into the process, flattering him and leading him to offer himself as the chairman of the Peace Board that would oversee Gaza's reconstruction. Trump's continued willingness to keep up the pressure on Netanyahu proved critical. Hamas acknowledged this in its statements, referring to the U.S. president as a guarantor of the plan. However, the immediate risk for Hamas is that it loses its leverage upon handing over the hostages, creating fears that Israel may then refuse to engage with future plans for Gaza or find a pretext to restart the fighting.